All right there, everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV, and welcome to another game of 1967 classic APBA card baseball. I used the vintage cards to play out using the classic game invented by Richard Seitz in the 40s, and then, of course, rolled out on the market in the early 50s. I think it was 51. It's all taken from National Pastime. And of course, he tweaked National Pastime a little bit, and he got APBA Baseball, it's been a beloved game for many, many years and has a big fan base, of course, because we all played it as kids. And I'm using the classic cards. They're beautiful cards. I do have them in sleeves to protect them. And it's going to be, this is actually, I played one game, and it was with Baltimore, but this was actually the first game of the season, which somehow I missed. April 11th, 1967, Cleveland at Kansas City. You know, in April, you're going to have a lot of snow outs and freeze outs and rain outs and all this kind of thing going on. So sometimes it's a 3 or 4 game set, and they only play one game. So, and that's the case against Cleveland. We're playing one game, and Cleveland really has a team that I know very little about. Let's go over their lineup, and I'm sure you know a lot more about it than I do. Let me see if I can get... All right. It's going to be Vic Davalillo leading off in center field. He's a top quality center fielder. Max Alvis at third base, another top quality fielder with a 5. Leon Wagner in left field. Fred Whitfield, the first baseman. Chuck Hinton, the right fielder. Gus Gill at second base. Very, very poor fielding second baseman. He's a 3, fielding 3 column. Duke Sims, the catcher. Larry Brown, the shortstop. And Sam McDowell is basically the opening day pitcher. He's a lefty from Pittsburgh, PA, and he's a CXY. For the Kansas City Athletics, that eventually will become the World Series winning Oakland Athletics, it's going to be Bert Campaneris, the shortstop, steady. Mark Hershberger, right fielder, elite fielder. Danny Cater, first baseman, poor. Ed Charles, third baseman, poor. I don't know why that's, there we go. And Joe Rudy, left field, rookie, so he doesn't have a good fielding rating. Dick Green, average at second base. Joe Nosek, center fielder, average. Phil Roof, catcher, decent. And Jim Nash, the pitcher, a CX. So we got a pretty good strikeout pitcher in Sam McDowell, XY, above. That's basically above the league average. And then, of course, you got Nash with the X, also above the league average. All right, let's start. Let's get our shaker, because I know the APBA Patrol is out there. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field. Right fielder Hershberger moves towards the line, settles under it and makes the catch. That's 1 down. So Davalillo, the left-handed batter, flies out to right. Here's Max Alvis with a 56, and that is a 34X. Nope, it's a pop-up, shortstop. 2 out. And here is Leon Wagner. Pitch, 27. That's a strikeout, and that ends the inning. So 3 up and 3 down. Bert Campaneris is leading the bottom of the first. No score, a 53, and that could be a, let me see if I have the book. Could be a, I'm using the fielding rating, which puts him at a 1. With nobody on base, and that's going to be a ball that he dives for. Oh no, that's actually going to be a strikeout. No, wait a second. 53 is a 19, and a 19 is going to be with 2 outs. It's an out at first. Otherwise, it's a ground ball hit to third baseman Max Alvis, and he bobbles it and boots it. So it's going to be an E5. Bert Campaneris is on at first. Next is Hershberger with a 43 and a 29 and a runner on first. That should be a strikeout. Almost guaranteed. And a 29 will be a strikeout. Remember, he's XY above, right? So anytime I see a Y, I got to give him a strikeout. Here's Danny Cater. He bats from the right side. From Austin, Texas, not far from where I am. That's a bouncer to second base. Gus Gill flips to the shortstop. Brown, no throw to first as Campaneris goes in hard. and breaks up the throw to first. And here's Ed Charles, 44, and that is lined for a base hit. And Cater, who is slow, may get thrown out at third, and no, runner to second. I think they changed that a little bit. I think they changed that. So, with 2 outs, runner to third. So he does go to third. So it's first and third. Used to get thrown out all the time. A slow runner, because Cater is a slow runner. So I'll put that in the running section, S, and Charles is F. All right, here is Joe Rudy now, with runners on first and third. 2 outs. And here's a pitch. That's a 52, a 27 with first and third. I believe that's going to be a strikeout. So a second strikeout, and that retired the side. So no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left, and we move to the top of the second inning playing APBA. Classic baseball. 66, that's Fred Whitfield, left-hander. He drives one deep to right center field. Back goes the right fielder Hershberger to the track, to the wall, looks up, and that's gone. Home run, 1-0. Cleveland. Hershberger Whitfield connects, and Hershberger just watches it go over the wall. Here's Chuck Hinton, that's 66. This game is also known as 66, right? 24, and that's a strikeout. So chases a slider outside of the zone. And Gus Gill, Thomas Gustavo Gus Gill from Caracas, Venezuela, 64, and that's back-to-back Ks for Jim Nash. Duke Sims now with a 52, and that's strike 3. Oh, crap. Okay. Don't ask. All right. We had a range check. Yes, sirree, we had a range check. So it's going to be Dick Green here in the bottom of the second. It's 1-0. Cleveland, the Indians, are up 1-0 on the solo home run by Fred Whitfield. Never heard of the guy. And here's Dick Green. That's a 46, and that's a fly ball, left field. Wagner, under it, 1 down. Joe Nosek, fast. Let's write that in. What was Green? Green, no rating for speed. Sorry about the glare, but these guys are sleeved, 1967 Classic Edition. Want to protect them. I think anything from about at least 73 and below should be probably sleeved. Nosek, 14, and that's a fly ball again to left field. That's medium. Medium left, Wagner, 2 out. And Phil Roof, 66, and that's going to be a drive in the gap, and that's going to go way back, and that's over the wall. The game is tied. Phil Roof, homers. Yikes. That ball really carried. Made it over the fence. All right, here's a pitcher, Jim Nash. Hope I didn't call him Steve Nash. 51, struck him out, and that retires the side. 1 run, 1 hit. We go to the top of the third. All tied at 1. This is the opening day of 1967 for the Kansas City Athletics. Why I'm picking them, God knows. I just picked them because I thought it would be cool to see what the team was before they moved to Oakland. They still have a handful of core 4 or 5 or 6 players. Hunter's here, Campaneris is here, Bando, Rudy, all the guys that get them through 72, 73, 74. But they have to slowly develop, and they got to get some other guys, some other pieces. Here's Larry Brown. He ends up on one of those World Series teams, 53-19. But this time it's going to go to Ed Charles, and that's an error, no doubt. But is it a 2-base error or a 3-base error? I'd rather a 1-base error. Oh, no, it's a 1-base error. So he boots it, grounded to Charles, and Charles takes his eye off it. And now, got to run around first. Here's McDowell. We're going to bunt. And that's a good bunt. Oh, yeah, that's a good bunt. Sack back to the pitcher, 1-4. So Larry Brown moves to second base. And Brown, what kind of speed does he have? He's just out. He's a shortstop, but he's not fast. Here's Vic Davalillo, leadoff hitter. I'm imagining one of their better hitters. He's a left-handed hitter who flied out to right. Here's a pitch, a 60 is a 28. And that 28 with fielding column 3 with a runner at second. Oh, no, it's going to be fielding column 2 because the shortstop is an 8, Campaneris. And he'll look the runner back to second and over to first in time. Gets Davalillo by half a step. So 2 outs now with a runner in scoring position. And here is Alvis with a 23, and that's bounced to second. An easy play for Green to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, an error, 1 left. We move to the bottom of the third. Campaneris with a 23, and that's a bouncer to short. Charging is Brown. He better hurry, and just gets Campaneris by half a step. Hershberger now with a fly ball, a drive to center field. And on the run is Davalillo, and Davalillo tracks it down. He got a good jump on that ball right off the bat. Here's Danny Cater, who's 0 for 1, grounded out, 61, and here he bounces to short. On target to Whitfield. And that's 3 up, 3 down. We go to top of the 4th. Leon Wagner. Guy has a 1 at 66. Never heard of him, but he's got a 1 at 66. So he did hit a few home runs, so that's a strikeout. Wagner chases a curveball. 1 down. Whitfield now, and that bounces to Campaneris. A strike to Cater. Danny Cater. 2 out. In the top of the 4th. It's a pencil. And that's a 43, and that's a strikeout. So he's got 6 strikeouts so far for Nash. No runs, no hits. We go to the bottom of the 4th. APBA can play extremely fast. You can easily play an inning in 10 seconds. That inning, I think, took about 10 seconds to play. Here's a 66, so Ed Charles in the box, and he drives one in the gap, and see how far it's going to go. And that ball is going to go off the top of the wall. Rolls away from the center fielder Davalillo, digging for third, around second, digging for third is Charles, and he is in safely with a lead-off triple. Ed Charles got a hold of a fastball and drove it deep to left center field. Here's Joe Rudy. Infield is in, a 23, and with the infield in, they are a B fielding. 24 is going to be run around third base. Let's see what it says. Batter safe at first, fielder short, run out at home. But with nobody out, he holds. Okay, so it's 6-3. Yeah, he doesn't go with nobody out. With 1 out, he goes. That's my homebrew to simplify my games. You know, you need to have those things to make things move along. You can't be sitting there for an extended amount of time figuring out, you know, one situation. You got to kind of have simple rules for stuff that comes up. Here's Nasek with 1 out. And first and third now, so it's a little bit different than before. So they're going to play for the double play. And that's a 51, a 13. Struck him out. Sam McDowell blows a fastball by Joe Nasek here with 1 out in first and third. Now it's 2 outs, and here's Phil Roof. We could walk Roof and pitch to Nash, but oh no. That's a 38 with runners on first and third. What is that going to be? That's going to be runner on first, steals second. Everybody else holds. There goes Green. Throw down. Not in time. And again, Phil Roof with second and third. He's going to get another chance. And that's a 24. Struck him out, and that retires the side. No runs. 1 hit, 2 left. We move to the top of the 5th inning. All right, Gus Gill, he's part of the extra players set. And back then, these came in sheets, and And I don't know how you would cut these out because it looks like they're cut out from a sheet where the players came on. It wasn't a perforated sheet, I don't think, because I don't see any perforations. That's a strikeout. Number 7 for Nash. So Nash has got a nasty curveball with his fastball. Here's Duke Sims with the 24. Struck him out, back-to-back Ks. Got him looking. And next is Larry Brown. And Larry Brown with a 39. That's going to be a strike. Again, the pitch to Brown. That's a fly ball lifted medium left field. And Joe Rudy under it. No runs, no hits. We go to the bottom of the 5th. What's the score here? The score is all tied at 1, I believe. Got 1 run. Yep, all tied at 1 on home runs. Here's the bottom of the order, Nash. Nash with a 52, and that's a strikeout. So these two are strikeout pitchers. That's 3, 4, 5, 6 for McDowell. He's got an XY. And here's Bert Campaneris with the snake eyes. That's going to be the second column, and that's a drive. And that's going to go into the corner, left field corner, played by Wagner. Digging for second is Campaneris, and he's in there standing up. He's got good speed. Makes a turn, thinks a 3, but changes his mind. Hershberger now. Pitch to Hershberger, 23, and that's a 22 with a runner at second base. And we're talking about fielding column 2. A 22 will be, there goes Campaneris for third. The throw down from the quick release by Duke Sims, and he is safe. So now they're going to have to bring the infield in here. Here's Hershberger with the infield in, and that's going to be a drive to left center field, and nobody's going to get it. It's going to drop in there and bounce off the wall. Scoring easily is Campaneris, and into second base with an RBI double is Hershberger. And it's 2-1 now. 2-1 Athletics with 1 out. Here's Danny Cater, and Danny Cater with a 53, a 15 with a runner on second. The left fielder's a 2, and that's going to be a ball that hits off his glove, and he drops it. And that will allow Cater to reach first, but a run will score on the error. Yikes. So 1 base error, but the run comes around to score. And Ed Charles now with a runner on first and 1 out. A 41, and that is a 12 with a runner on first. And that's going to be grounded to the shortstop, goes to second for 1. Back to Whitfield, 6, 4, 3. They turn it. So 2 runs on 2 hits and an error, and we go to the top of the 6th inning. 3-1 now. 3-1 Kansas City. McDowell is up. McDowell with a 63. That's a fly ball, left field. Joe Rudy. He's got it. Here's Davalier now with 1 out. He bats from the left side, a 65, and that's popped up foul behind the plate. Flipping his mask away is Phil Roof, and he makes the catch. And Alvis with a 52. Struck him out. Number 9. No runs, no hits. We move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Joe Rudy with a 46, and that's going to be a strikeout. So 29. Next is Dick Green, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and a stolen base, and he lines 1 base hit right here. Oh, actually he went 5. Yeah, okay, so he'll be a B pitcher, actually. Oh, no, they gave up runs. I don't have to worry about that. So it's a single for Dick Green. He's on at first. Joe Nosek is next with a 33, and that's going to be line base hit, and that's going to send Green to third. So we're going to have first and third. Again, they're getting to McDowell here in the 5th and in the 6th. So they're going to play the corners in, the middle halfway, looking for that double play. Here it is, and that's a 64. That struck him out. That is number 8 for McDowell. And the pitcher Nash. With a 54, that's lifted to right. Backing up is Whitfield and Gill, and coming in hard is Hinton, and Hinton calls everybody off and makes the catch. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. Go to the top of the 7th. Leon Wagner leading off the top of the 7th, playing APBA Classic with a 14, and that's a drive to left center field down the line, and right there is Rudy with a nice catch. We're going to have to upgrade him to a 2 pretty soon. He can play the outfield. That's a 53 and a 20, and that's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman Green, and he boots it, E4. I put circles around the errors. Both teams have 2 errors, so it's easier to see. Here's Hinton with a 23, and that's a fly ball right field. Near the line is Hershberger, and Hershberger comes up with a nice catch. Nice running catch. Gus Gill up next. Gus Gill is a extra player from the extra player set, which are very unusual. They have different colors. It's like a black and white, and it's very unusual. And that's a 63, and that's a strikeout to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, 1 left, and we move to the bottom of the 7th. Bert Campaneris with a 53, and that's a 19. And that's grounded to the third baseman. That's booted, another error. Well, a lot of... So Campaneris is on. We're going to get a bunt here, and that is a 27. I don't think that's a good bunt here, 27. With a runner on first. 27 is going to be 2 strikes on the batter, misses 2 attempts to bunt. He's going to just swing away with a 43, a 29, struck him out. And that is number 9. Next is Danny Cater, and a 64, strike 3. Check swing, they check with the, what is Cater? They check with the first base umpire, and he went around, and Cater doesn't agree. Here's Ed Charles. That's a deep drive in the gap, and let's see, that's going to go for at least a double. 1 hop off the wall, digging for second is Charles, makes a big turn, and no, goes back head first. And that will drive home Campaneris, so it's going to be 4-1 now. RBI for Ed Charles on that 66. Here's Joe Rudy. Rudy with a second base 27. That'll be strike 3, and that retires the side. 11 strikeouts. So 1 run on 1 hit. We go to the top of the 8th. Duke Sims. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. The pitch from Nash, 45, ball 4. Larry Brown is next. And a 14, that's a fly ball, left field. And that's Rudy. Under it, squeezed it for the out, went away. I'm going to bring a pinch hitter for the pitcher here. Let's see, we're looking at the Cleveland Indians. And who can we use? We're going to use Willie Horton. No, it's Tony Horton, excuse me. Tony Horton. All right, so it's Tony Horton for the pitcher. We're going to need a new pitcher, and here's the pitch. It's a 26, and it's bounced to short. Campaneris goes to Green for 1, back to Cater, 6, 4, 3, and they turn it. All right. Gonna need a new pitcher now. Let's see who that's going to be. Need somebody with an asterisk. That's how they identify. Bob Allen is going to be pitching now. Allen. He's a B pitcher with an X. He'll be pitching in the bottom of the 8th inning. No runs, no hits in that inning. A walk, but nobody left with that double play. It's going to be Dick Green against Bob Allen, 26, and that's a fly to right. Can of corn for the right fielder, Chuck Hinton. 1 down. Here's Joe Nosek, and that's a ground ball, and nice play by the shortstop. Over to first in time. Saved the run there. I'm sorry, saved a hit. Not a run. There's nobody on base. Here's Phil Roof with a 25, and he checks his swing. They check with the first base umpire, and he rings him up again. Oh, no. And that is the first strikeout. But the third strikeout for Phil Roof, who's swinging for the fences all day, hit a home run in the second, but after that struck out 3 times in a row. So no runs, no hits. We go to the top of the 9th. Last licks. It's going to be the top of the order. And we're going to see if Nash can finish this off. Nash has gone, he's gone 6 without giving up a run. So he's going to be a B pitcher now. Goes from a C to a B. Here's Davila with a 56, and that's a pop-up, shortstop. Campaneris calls off green, right on the outfield grass. Here's Alvis with a 21, and that's a fly to left. Rudy drifts over, settles under it, 2 down. And we're down to our last out here, right? We're down to our last out. It's going to be Leon Wagner. Daddy Wags, Wagner. Never heard of the guy. Chattanooga, Tennessee. This has got to be up in the Midwest for B to a little bit more familiar with these names. I really never heard of any of these guys. But if you're from Cleveland or anywhere near there, I'm sure you're like, oh yeah, I know that guy. I know. I have his autograph. Anyway, on and on. All right, so Leon Wagner, here goes. That's a 51 and a 9. That's going to be a ground ball and through into right field for a base hit. So the score is 4-1 right now here in the top of the 9th with 2 outs. 4-1 Kansas City. Cleveland is up their last licks so far. Fred Wingy Whitfield, who homered in the 2nd inning to give the Indians a 1-0 lead. He's up again here. He's 1 for 3 today. He reached on an error in the 7th. He's a left-handed hitter with a 1-66, so he hit probably at least 17, 18, or 19 home runs, I'm imagining. And let's see what happens here. Still, the tying run is on deck, and that's Chuck Hinton. Then, of course, you have Gus Gill and Duke Sims. Here's a pitch, and that is a 36, and that's a 33 with a runner on first, and that is a pop-up. Left side, third baseman Ed Charles calls for it, and that's the ball game. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and the 1967 vintage APBA game is over. We did pick up a complete game by Nash. He goes 9. And let's see what he did here, how many hits he gave up. Let's quickly use the colored pen that I use just to quickly identify. Oh, we gave up, it's a 1-hitter, my friends. Oh, no, 2-hitter. Gave up another hit in the 9th. Pitches a 2-hitter. Yikes, with 1 run, 1 earned run, base on balls, 1 walk, and strikeouts, a ton of them, 9, 10 strikeouts. So he is dominant as a C pitcher. He's a C pitcher, and he pitched a great game. And the next game is going to be Jim Catfish Hunter. So it's a 2-hitter, 1 run. They make 3 errors. The Indians do. 2 errors by the Kansas City Athletics. 4 runs, and let's see how many hits they picked up. Picked up a RBI double there, a couple of singles, a couple of doubles, a triple, and never scored, a homer, and then a single here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. So it's the Kansas City Athletics win opening day, and it's Jim Nash goes a complete game. He's 1-0. 0-1 for McDowell. And it's Kansas City with 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. Cleveland with 1 run, 2 hits, and 3 errors. Clearly, the ball was the field was wet and the ball was wet because nobody could pick up the ball. 5 errors in this game, so it was a sloppy played game defensively. And that's about it. The home runs, it was Whitfield has a home run, and so did Phil Roof. They connected for home runs. And let's go over McDowell pitched extremely well as he pitched 7 innings. Gave up all the hits, the 8 hits, the 4 runs. But this was an unearned run. So that was an earned run. So 1 earned, let's see, 2 earned runs. Only 2 earned runs out of the 4. Walks, 1 walk there. Only 1 walk and 11 Ks. A lot of strikeouts in this game. It's a fun game. And the KC 1-0. The Indians 0-1. This is opening day as far as I know. For 1967, I used the classic cards. You got a chance to see those played with, which is very cool. Right, so this is Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. I hope you enjoyed the presentation of the 67 APBA. Remember to join Universal Facebook Association Facebook group. It is the Facebook group for those guys that hate Facebook groups. And I will see you guys very, very soon.